Hey everyone, welcome to day 17 of Lenormarch. And the cards today are the mountain and the paths or crossroads. So when I look at the mountain, I see a big barrier. There is an obstruction. There's something standing in the way of my view or my goal. So it certainly comes with a certain amount of complications and challenges and delays. It's a block. But of course, nothing is forever. And even though we look at the next card coming along as choices, I do remember Hex Claire saying there is a choice or two that can come with the mountain. You can decide to either climb up to get over this block, but it's going to take more effort, or you can take it's not an easy road, but it's an easier road around the mountain, but it's certainly going to take longer for you to get where you wish to go or need to go. But all in all, I would say yes, it is about blocks and barriers, obstructions. Sometimes, you know, the key is, yeah, you thought you were on a clear-cut path and all of a sudden you hit the mountain, so you're going to have to find another way around. And if it takes longer, well, so be it. When we get to the path, it's saying, well, it is time to make a decision now. If you stood at the bottom of the mountain and you weren't sure which way to go, this card's showing you, yes, there are alternatives, or there is choice in the matter, and it's time to take perhaps a new path, but at least look at the fact that there's additional options for you to think about. So don't do nothing. Do something. Don't get stuck in your head. Just remember that there are alternatives when you hit the path, which I love. I love choice. It says pick a side, any side, but let's actually move, you know, towards something new. So it's a road trip, and whether you take Route 66 or the freeway is up to you. Now, the question is, we are in the midst of an obstacle and there's a decision to be made. Do we go on or do we turn around? Is there any card deck or system that you hit that point and either went forward and fell in love or just realized it wasn't for you and moved on? I feel I did a little bit of both with the Mythic Tarot and astrology. When I did my first 2-year diploma in Psych Astrology, I loved it very much. However, when it came to blending all of the aspects, so you understand the houses, you understand the planets, the signs, but blending the aspects, every chart is different. It was quite overwhelming for me. And I remember my teacher saying, keep going, because one day it will all fall into place. You will just get it. I'll always remember that. So I did. I stayed on the wide path, the main road here. I could have. There was a temptation to just say, this is enough learning, I give up. But I'm quite determined in that regard. If there's a goal, I really will. As long as it's not harmful to me in any way, I'm very determined to get to the goal. And I'm so glad I did. And I'm grateful for that advice, because I absolutely love astrology. As part of my second diploma, we were brought up on Mythic Tarot, and I'm very, very grateful for that experience also. It blends astrology and tarot very well. I love the archetypes, I love the storylines, the characters themselves. It all makes a lot of sense. So I did stick with that, again, on the main road, as I call it here, and I was very happy to stay there until a couple of years ago. And I think, if I remember correctly, it might be because that's when I really started to focus on some of the new Rider-Waite decks that were coming through with some really beautiful artwork, like the Llewellyn Tarot as an example. I always remember seeing that, and then, the Chrysalis was there in the shops, and I didn't go internet shopping then, so there would have been many more, but it just wasn't sort of part of my routine. I used to buy over the counter, and a lot of the shops did sell, the Rider-Waite style decks, and I thought, well, that artwork's no better than the Mythic, so why would I even bother? But that was the seed that was planted, and in time I just started getting this feeling that I was detaching from the Mythic Tarot. It was just an intuitive feeling. And I thought, do I really want to start all over again? I mean, I know what I'm doing. I've got people coming to me, these wonderful face-to-face readings. Do I really want to do that? Because, you know, with respect, you must give it your all. Don't just gloss over it. There's no point. So I decided that, you know, this message kept coming to me. And at that point in time, I decided to take this road here and leave the Mythic Tarot. And I have never looked back. I love Mythic. I will never give that deck away. It's, you know, old and faded, and it's just very special to me. However, upon embarking on this new journey, it really sort of sparked this little creative light in my belly. And then, of course, I began to search for decks online. And as you know, over the last couple of years especially, it has just gone kaboom with these amazing indie decks, as well as some beautiful new releases by the major publishers. So, yeah, I really can understand a little bit of both. And I think it was the right thing to do, to take that second route and explore. And of course, you know, you can always go back to the main road if you want to. It's again a decision. So that's what it was for me. I will leave it at that and wish you a happy day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.